Hello, West Michigan. You are watching Alive and Well. I'm Linda Balkema, and I am here at Christ Temple Church in Muskegon to talk with a couple of wonderful ladies from the Kidney Foundation. And with me is Val Price and Brianne Fagan. So we want to talk about the National Kidney Foundation. Val, give me a little background on what you do there.
I am actually the senior program coordinator, so I offer prevention and awareness programs in the community on diabetes and kidney disease.
Okay, and Brianne, what do you do there?
Currently, I'm an administrative assistant, and I'm also helping run 2 diabetes prevention programs, along with general office tasks and helping with the Lakeshore Kidney Walk.
Okay, so you're doing diabetes prevention, which is very important. As we know, diabetes also leads to kidney failure, and there's a lot of problems with that in Muskegon County, unfortunately. Val, I believe you have some statistics on that for us.
As you said, Linda, unfortunately, Muskegon County does have the highest rate of kidney disease in the state. And you also said that diabetes is the #1 cause. The second leading cause is hypertension, which is also a problem in Muskegon, especially for young black men. So we do a lot of education on what to do to manage the hypertension so that people aren't ending up with kidney failure, in their early 20s and 30s, which should not happen.
Okay. Yes, and hypertension, as many know, is high blood pressure. But for those of you that aren't familiar with that, it is a big concern. It's unbelievable to me. We did a thing at Mercy Hospital a couple weeks ago. A lot of young student athletes came out for some heart screenings, and the number of those students that had high blood pressure, they kept them around so they could do a recheck on them. But it's amazing that even young, healthy people that you wouldn't think have high blood pressure do. And so that's a concern. All of these things are concerned. We need to get healthier in Muskegon.
Absolutely.
Okay. Brianne, tell me a little bit. We did a show with you before about kidneys, and you yourself have been a donor, correct?
Correct. I donated my left kidney almost 6 years ago now. So coming up on the 6-year anniversary of that donation, which is exciting.
Yeah, that is exciting, and it's wonderful to see that you have lived a healthy. I think some people worry that if they are going to do something like donate a kidney, that's a huge deal and a wonderful thing to do for somebody. And you did it on a personal to someone that you cared about, that you knew, but you're leading a perfectly healthy, normal life.
Normal. My lifestyle hasn't changed that much. I'm healthier than I was probably when I donated. Other than that, I haven't noticed anything. I lead a perfectly normal life. I do the same activities I always have. Not much has changed.
Okay, and do you still have contact with the person that you donated the kidney to?
Yeah, every once in a while. We don't see each other very often. We're both very busy. Sure. But I still try to get in contact with him a couple times a year and meet up with him and hang out with him a little bit.
And how is his lifestyle?
Good. He's working, doing everything he did before. His test results are all still very, very good. So being 6 years out, sometimes you start to notice some signs that the kidney's not working as well as it did. But his test results all come back very good. So.
Okay. That is awesome. I know that in Muskegon, I personally have a friend who her husband has been on dialysis for a number of years now, and that it's very stressful for the family, and he is awaiting a transplant. So it's a long process. What can you tell me, Val, about some of your clients and the process of dialysis and helping them through that?
Well, I actually spend a lot of time in Muskegon at Fresenius, which is one of the local dialysis units, and I have marvelous contacts with basically all of the people that dialyze there. So one thing that I've really noticed is that it really impacts the quality of your life. You dialyze from 4 to 6 hours, 3 times a week, and so you really can lose family contacts, really become introverted, doing nothing but dialyzing and sleeping. So Bree giving a kidney is what we love to see lots of people do. To have a living donor is amazing, and it can really add quality of life. But it's really sad when you see people that are struggling. It also, dialysis does really affect your heart. So a lot of people don't feel well. You're draining all of your blood out and cleaning it and putting back. It is a daunting task on your body. So I've noticed that people start taking less care of themselves. The sadness comes, the depression comes, all of those things when you have a chronic disease. So that's kind of what I notice a lot at the dialysis units, and really just people needing support and love and a lot of understanding that they're sick.
They are. are sick. I know in the case of my friend, I've seen her husband lose a lot of weight, and I don't know if that happens with most people, but, and you do see some of that sadness because he's fatigued a lot. It's also very stressful for her. I mean, it's hard, but she has a wonderful support system. She has been, fighting this battle for him and with him for many years now, and they're really hoping that the transplant comes through soon. They've done all the pre-workup and they're on call waiting, for the transplant. So, what do you do? Do you also offer support to the family members?
We absolutely do. We have a peer mentor program where we actually train other persons. So it's either the support person of a person on dialysis or a person who has received a transplant that is then giving back in the community at the dialysis units and really talking and supporting persons who are going through dialysis now. So, and we are our office is a small office in Grand Rapids, so we're able to have those personal connections with families and the support persons because it is stressful and people get caregiver burnout all of the time because that's all you're ever thinking about is dialyzing. And there are several forms of dialysis. You can do it at the center or you can do it at home. So some of them at home you need a partner, so that makes your loved one even more involved with your care and really being kind of responsible for your life in a way because they have to know how to do it and do it correctly or there could be a problem. So those it's difficult, but people do it because we love our family members and we do anything to keep them with us. So,
you bet.
Yeah.
Now you have been, you're out of Grand Rapids, but you do also work over here in Muskegon. And Brianne does most of her work here in Muskegon, correct?
Yes, we do a lot of work. Muskegon is my favorite territory. My family is from Muskegon, so I feel very connected here. I work a lot with Mimi Rankin, who is from the Health Project. So she's all things diabetes, and of course, diabetes and kidney disease, yes, tie in very well. So she's really helped me make wonderful contacts in Muskegon. So I love and appreciate her so much for being willing to let the Kidney Foundation come over here and partner with her because our goal is the same, to stop the spread of diabetes and kidney disease in this community.
I know. We've had Mimi Rankin on the show several times, and she is just such a force in Muskegon, and you don't want to mess with Mimi, I'll tell you. Yeah, I don't want to mess with her. But she is out to make everybody healthier. She's really, been very strong in running a diabetes program here in Muskegon, diabetes education. She has a conference. She has a walk every year, and she's just done so much in this community. And she's over at the Health Project, where I formerly worked, and so I think very highly and just love that she does all the work she does. And Ivory Morris helps her so much with all of that.
Yes, and Ivory actually has a son that received a kidney transplant. So he has a really strong connection in the kidney world as well and understands how important it is for organ and tissue donation awareness because his son was blessed enough to get a cadaver kidney and is living a wonderful life now.
Hey, wonderful. How many years ago, do you know how many years ago that was?
I want to say probably around the same time Bree received hers, about 6 years ago.
Okay, wonderful. That's good to know. Now, Bree, what can you tell me a little bit when we talk about organ and tissue donation, because that's an area near and dear to your heart. What are some of the things you've done for awareness on that?
I personally have spent some time even just volunteering at Secretary of State. April was actually Organ and Tissue Donation Awareness Month, so a lot of volunteers would hang out at Secretary of State and just talk to people that were coming in to renew their license and encourage them to just check the box to get the little heart on their license. Mostly I just try to talk to everybody I know about, what I did and how that affected someone's life and how, not that I encourage everyone to, run out and donate a kidney, but just by checking that box on their license, they can save, or not necessarily save, but save and change so many lives just by being an organ donor. Science has brought us to a spot where almost every part of the body can be used when somebody passes, and that can bring so much hope to a very sad situation. A friend of mine, her mom passed away from cancer last year, and I just found out that they were actually still able to donate her eyes. So another family, somebody was able to see due to my friend's very sad loss, and that's just amazing to me. So
That is amazing. And you know, why having a living donor might be the ideal situation in kidney transplant, there's obviously as much success with cadaver donation. And I know I've got the box checked on my driver's license. I think that's very important that we can do this for people. And the legacy you leave behind, you could help several people live a healthier, a better life, an enhanced life. People, cochlear implants for people that have never heard before, get to hear for the first time. Eyes for people to see, but you know, so wonderful. Heart transplants and kidney, and you're right, just about every part of the body now. Pancreas.
Intestines, tissues, everything. It's just insane.
Well, stay with us, West Michigan. We're going to be right back, and we're talking about an upcoming kidney walk that's very important, and we want your involvement.